I'm so happy to be back in filming. It's been a while and I apologize. I'm really going to try to get filming again. It was just rough. We had a lot of things going on in my family. I didn't have anybody to watch my daughter while I filmed, and now that's all situated. I'm so happy to be back. So today we're just going to be doing a kind of chit chat, get ready with me, and I have a lot of new products. About 90% of this video is going to be things I'm trying out for the first time on camera, and I'm really excited. So let's get started. Well, I already moisturized my face. I'm just gonna pin back my hair. I already moisturized my lips. I've been using this Aquaphor lip stuff because, I don't know, the weather in Washington has been really crazy. It's like 90 degrees one day and now it's like storming and raining, and our power's actually been out for 2 straight days. It's been miserable. So I'm gonna do that. As you can see, I just recently had a little breakout on my chin, but that's just leftover marks, so we can cover that up. And I'm gonna use the Stila One Step Correct. So I'm gonna be trying these NYX Avant Pop palettes. I'm kind of just gonna mix and match all of these. They're very pretty. And there goes some of my light. Cool. Alrighty, so now I'm just going to go into this palette. What do I want to do? I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm just going to pop that all over my crease. I'm taking the Morphe 502 brush to do that, and it is just a really big, fluffy, round brush. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's really nice and fluffy. So, okay, yeah, there's a lot of kick up on these shadows. Whenever I touch it, it kind of just falls everywhere. You guys probably can't see that, but it's a lot. These are decently pigmented shadows. It's not coming off on camera as well as I would like it to. I'm going to have to play around with my settings later, but it's alright. I mean, it's not my favorite NYX shadows ever, but they do the job. So I'm going to take my Jaclyn Hill palette just because it has a lot more warmer tones, and that's really what I want to go for today since it's such a crappy day outside. I kind of want to feel nice and warm, summery. So I am on that same brush. I'm going to pick up some of this bright, like warm orange and this peach color, mix that together, and I'm just going to go ahead and buff that where I buffed that other color earlier. See that out a little bit. I'm going to take this dual fiber brush. This is the M461. I'm just going to very lightly blend those two colors a little bit better. 330, and this is just a much more tapered blending brush. Okay, that's not even sticking to my brush. It's just powdering everywhere. Oh my gosh, can you guys see that? Oh my gosh. We'll see. Okay. It's not on my brush at all. What? Okay. You know what? We're sticking just to the Morphe palette because that's just ridiculous. I can't. Alright, so now that that just got all fumbled up, I'm going to take this nice warm brown and then this kind of neutral one right there. And I'm going to go directly in my crease. Okay, this brush is shedding just a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, first couple times you use most brushes, they shed just a tiny bit, and this is the only one that's done it so far. Alright, so now that I got that color in the crease, I'm going to go back with that MB23, and I'm just going to really lightly, with windshield wiper motions, blend that out. Go in with Daydreamer all over the lid, and then I'm going to use Whimsical on the center just to add some lightness. So this will just create a little bit of color. This is Makeup Geek's Foiled Shadow, and it's kind of like a nice periwinkle, like light lavender color. Let's see. I don't know, I think I'm going to go in with my finger for this just because I feel like foiled shadows tend to adhere a little bit better with the warmth of my finger. And then I'll go back in with a brush to kind of detail it out, but just to lay down that first layer. I mean, it's so pigmented, you really don't need too much. Alright, so half of the power in my house just went out. My lights back there turned off. That's fun. But now I'm going to be taking Whimsical and just right in the center of my lid, just tap that so that it just draws some light to the very center of my eye. Now that we did that, I'm going to finish up like mascara and lashes. I like to do that last. Since I have contacts, I like to let my contacts and eye drops sit for a little bit. So I'm just going to remove this. Boom! Twist one. Just kidding. Oh, re-tap that out. Just make sure there's no stickiness. So for new face products that I'm gonna try out the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundation. It says it's a skin transforming foundation with broad spectrum 15 with Actyl C. Don't know what that is, and it's oil free, which is great for oily skin girls. So, just tap some of that out. Wow, that has some pretty good coverage. I mean, that's pretty decent. Let me see. There's a hair right there. You guys, that's pretty good coverage. I have some really bad hyperpigmentation from me not taking care of my eczema when I was younger. And that covered it up pretty well. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about that one Morphe brush, the M505, because I have little hairs all over my face. I'm going to wash it tonight and I'll let you guys know in my Morphe brushes review if I like it still or not. Alright, so I'm going to try half my face with a brush and this half with the sponge. See what this side does. Oh, that's pretty decent with a brush. Usually with thicker foundations I don't like to use brushes because I find that they leave brush marks. But I can dig it. In all honesty, because I'm so picky with my under eye concealers because they all crease. So here is nothing. Oh, that's a pretty good color. The wand is better than most. I mean, it's just a little doe foot, but I feel like some doe foots are really kind of pokey and the plastic wand underneath just like wipes away, but this is laying very nicely. It's very creamy feeling. It kind of feels to me like the NARS, but just a little bit thinner. The other bridge of my nose. I'm just going to go all out today because I also want to try a cream bronzer, which is definitely not Drugstore, but I have a Drugstore dupe just in case you don't want to spend the money on. I'm just going to take my Beauty Blender and pat all this out. Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, and it is just a cream whipped bronzer. Looks like this. I've already used this twice and I like it a lot, but if you want a $3 dupe, get the e.l.f. cream blush and bronzing cream in the color St. Lucia. And you guys, let me swatch these for you. A little bit different consistency. That one's a little, the e.l.f. one's a little bit creamier, but oh, let me wipe all this off first. Let me show you. You guys are gonna laugh. It's almost identical. The e.l.f. one is actually a little bit more pigmented. This is the Chanel. This is the e.l.f. Excuse me, $50, $3, $50, $3. The e.l.f. one is just a little bit more terracotta-y, but if you build up the Chanel one, they start to become the same color. This one is just a little bit more user-friendly. This one is super pigmented. I mean, even in the pan, you guys can tell. This one just seems a little bit darker, but if you take a really light hand with it, they're pretty much the same exact thing. Tap it in, and then just pat it where I would naturally bronze. That powder. And I'm going to cook underneath here just to sharpen that. Just to make sure none of the contour drops below where I wanted to, because that can get really muddy and it will almost reverse what you basically just tried to do by creating cheekbones. It'll make you look like one of those dogs that they have like slow little cheeks. They're super cute, but I don't want to look like that. So how I estimate where my contour should be, I go like this. See that indent? And you go straight up. I go to the middle of this part of my ear, but it's different for everybody's face shapes. That's just how I estimate where I want mine to be. Do my brows really quick. I'm going to use my NYX pencil since I ran out of my Anastasia one. And I'm just going to do the brows. Alright, so I just did mascara. That was the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. I just did one layer. This is my first time actually using this mascara. I've heard lots of people talk about it. I mean, pretty good. I think it's a really wet formula, so I'm almost scared to move my eyes too much so it doesn't transfer. I think I prefer my Jordana Best Lash Extreme for the bottom lashes, but this is perfectly fine. This is still really wet. It's on my fingernail. So I'm going to let that sit for a couple minutes and then I will do fake lashes. You can definitely stop at this part if you want though. New highlighter from Becca. I am filming highlighter video right after this, so get excited. This is Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This is the collab that Jaclyn Hill did. Everybody and their mother's mother knows about this highlight. It is a beautiful kind of peachy golden, gorgeously shimmering and flattering on a lot of skin tone highlight. Morphe M510 brush, which is a very precise light brush. I'm just going to highlight. It's so pretty. And I feel like with this brush you can just do a little and it kind of makes it seem a little bit more natural because it's such a small, precise brush, but it's a natural hair one, and so it kind of just buffs out the product to make it look a little bit more natural. Guys, so this is the final look. I have my lashes on, which are the Vegas Nay Shining Star lashes. This is the first time I've worn this specific pair. You guys, it took me 10 minutes to put on these lashes. They have such a thick band that I was having a really hard time maneuvering them. I think maybe if I try applying it differently, using a different lash glue. I used my House of Lashes and it would just not stick. I let it, you know, sit around, get tacky, usually after about 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Usually sticks no problem, but this gave me the hardest time. But other than that, I really like them. They're super fluffy and I don't know, I feel pretty today and I'm gonna go film some more videos, but I really hope you guys like this really chatty get ready with me. So far it's been about 2 hours I've had this foundation on and I love it. I would absolutely recommend going out and trying it. I wasn't as happy with the Avant Pop palettes from NYX, but I will definitely try them more. I do actually like this brow gel now that it's set for a while. And I also tried L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I liked it once it dried. So all these new products, I mean, I had a pretty successful time trying it all. Yeah, so if you guys like these kinds of videos, just thumbs up, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and follow me on all my other social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm on Snapchat all the time. And yeah, so I will see you guys next time. I love you so much. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Look into my eyes and show me adventures I haven't seen.